Hi there everyone, this is the Collective Soul Tarot. My name is Kay. Let's get busy doing another alphabet reading today. I have for the month 5 left to do. I did two on the weekend, just to try to get caught up. So I'll be doing all 5 this week. And those are the letters that I have left to do. These are the ones I've done. So the alphabet reading, if you haven't been following along or seen any one of the readings in the playlist that I have on my channel, it's about distilling down the information from the collective, which is everybody who comes to tarot card readings on YouTube in particular, but that's a vast number of people, right? And a general reading for the collective can be for whoever. It's not very specific and accurate to you. It could seem like it is, and it might actually be for you that day, but there's so many other people it has to, resonate with. So then you've got the zodiac signs, which I say is more like this. You can refer to one of 4 different zodiac signs. That's your sun, Venus, moon, and rising signs. You got your, if you get your birth chart to find out what those zodiac signs are in those 4 placements, planet placements in your birth chart when you were born, you can go to astro.com to do that, get a free account and get a free birth chart. You can find out what your zodiac signs are. I'm not affiliated, and I'm just telling you this because when I started reading or watching tarot card readings myself, I didn't know that I could refer to more than just my sun sign. So I'm telling you this so that you can get more information. So that's great. It kind of brings the collective down to 4 of 12 possibilities of information that you can garner from each one of those readings. But with the alphabet reading, it brings it down even more specificity, because it's one of 26 letters of the alphabet. And let's say you're a D name. You could be, this D letter would be the first letter of either your first, middle, last name, or a nickname. Whatever you most resonate with, whatever you most are identified with the people in your lives. What do they call you? So even if your name's Robert, for example, but you go by B, everybody go by Bob, everybody refers to you as Bob, then B would be your initial. But you could also watch the R reading. It's not a law or anything like that. So so that's what this is all about. This is why I'm doing it. It's just going to help distill the information down even more, so you can really feel like when you read one of these readings that it does specifically pertain to you if that's your first initial. You may also be a cross watcher who has, let's say I pulled D, and somebody that you're interested in, you haven't heard from for a while and love to. Their first initial is D, and they go by that, and they go by their first name. So you're a cross watcher. You could be watching this particular reading if that letter resonates with you for somebody that you know. So without further ado, let's go ahead and ask Archangel Michael and the Holy Spirit to help me, guide me to the letter that is most wanting to be heard, to be viewed today by our viewers. I'm not watching, by the way. Okay, I got to pick one. It's M. So M is in Mary, Mom, or Max or whatever. Yeah. So I'm going to put these away here. If you like what you're seeing and hearing here today, please subscribe and hit the share button and comment. Let me know how these are resonating with you, these alphabet readings. I don't think anyone else is doing these. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So I'm using a different deck today. It's the Crow's Tarot. I think my daughter bought me this for Christmas gift last Christmas. Not going to see her this Christmas. That makes me sad. Her and her fiance. Oh, they live too far away to be able to just come by. Okay, so we're going to be doing the Celtic Cross spread. Cutting. And the current situation, which the overall energies for that, is the Seven of Swords. No, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, these don't look like your typical classic images, of course. But yeah, Seven of Pentacles. You've made a nest out of your pentacles. See that in that tree? And you're still focusing on one that's not been harvested or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, Seven of Pentacles is like looking at the past, which is what this crow is doing, looking that way, right? Looking at the past and seeing what they've been able to harvest and grow from what the energies they put out in the past. This is the fruits of their labor, really. But they're looking at how they can continue to create more abundance in one way, shape, or form. But looking at the past, so it's kind of a nostalgia, looking back at something. Now, what's crossing it? Death. This end of something, an abrupt end of something, an abrupt end to your finances, abrupt end to your harvesting, abrupt end to the past. In your mind, you're trying to put an end to it so that you can, start a new journey, a new cycle, a new chapter with transformations, because death always brings in rebirth, or death and transformation, as the classic decks say, classic tarot decks. Okay, what's the distant past energy? The Four of Wands. Okay, Four of Wands. Either you met somebody that you feel would have been wonderful material, a great person to have a commitment with a roof over your heads with them, like living together in a commitment in the distant past, or you met somebody who is you see is what do you call it? Twin flame, right? Twin flame journey is 11-11, and twin flame is one soul, two different bodies, where they're constantly seeking throughout the lifetime. You may not always be in the same lifetime together, but because we have so many different lives, that but if you are, you're always feeling that until you get together with them, reunite with them, you always have that emptiness in you, the feeling of not being quite whole, if that makes sense. Or it's somebody that you are in a commitment with, that you're putting an end to, the past, right? Okay, so what's the recent past? The Emperor. Okay, either husband and father, or husband or father. Father, maybe you may have been a husband, no, but you may be a father, or you're in the highest frequency of the most revered and sought after masculine energy in the tarot card deck. What are you thinking about, M names? Temperance, trying to find some healing and stability with the divine guiding you, and the angels surrounding you to help you feel peaceful and serene, because you are purposely trying to balance the waters, your emotions, right? You're trying to become emotionally mature, emotionally stable, and healing because of that. The healing is when we're not healing, it's because we allow our minds too much time, like too much of your time. You allow your mind to be your life, basically. So whatever you think is important. Whatever decisions you make, you think were important, and very true, they could have been, but you don't really know if you're so much more practical and logical of the mind, as opposed to being nicely balanced with emotional maturity of feeling, actually allowing your heart to come up into your mind, that beautiful balance between brain and heart, or mind and heart, thoughts and feelings. Beautiful balance, right? And that's where temperance comes in. When you don't feel serene and at peace and calm in your life, it's because you're not allowing yourself to feel. And you would have to ask yourself, why? Why do I not allow myself to feel? Why do I keep suppressing my emotions about certain things or people? Asking yourself that is going to help you heal. And that's what you're thinking about, M names. So what's the bridging energy? Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Hopefully this is in the upright, that you are feeling like you're on a new path. of divinely inspired love and emotions. Big love and emotions, unconditional. What are you fearing, M names? You're fearing the Chariot. Okay, you're fearing you're not going to be able to get going as soon as you'd like to get going. Moving forward. You're fearing not being able to move forward as quickly as you'd like to probably somebody who's in your environment. The Star, yep, to somebody who you see as being healed and a healer. Somebody who could actually be quite well known, like a star in their own right, quite well known and maybe famous, even so, or just highly recognized for what they do. You also see this person as the largest star in your sky, meaning they have been guiding you all along, even though you may never have wanted to have recognized or acknowledged that before. You see that now. But you see they are healed. They are healed. A star means they're healing, and they want, they're going to live a life from that balance, right? Heart and mind, healing. What is what you're hoping for? The Ace of Pentacles. Well, isn't that lovely? Yes, a passionate new beginning of a divinely inspired new beginning of prosperity and abundance in your life. And it also could mean that you're uprooting yourself. You're moving, you're relocating, maybe so that you could be closer to your star here. All right, so what's the outcome energy? What are you sitting in? The Three of Pentacles. Okay, well that's good. Three of Pentacles would be energy about wanting to reconnect, want to reconcile and collaborate, work with, maybe. That you're collecting fruit together, you see, picking fruit together. You want to work so that you can forge, the two of you together, forge a brand new, life together that's prosperous and abundant, which represents the pentacle, right? What's the energy of those two? Ooh, the Ten of Cups. How lovely. This is what you're thinking, M names. You're thinking about having a Ten of Cups with your person in your environment. And I want to point out too, the person in your environment doesn't necessarily mean that somebody that's in your household or in your neighborhood, town, state, country, near country, whatever. They could be completely across the world. And for that reason, you're not really connected with them physically, right? You can't just go and visit them and to talk to them without being able to go and see them. Maybe just is not something that you desire, especially if you weren't ready for it. So they would be in your energy, your aura, which is your environment, because that's who you are. They're your light, you're the soul. You have a huge aura, and there's many more in your energy than just the one you're thinking about as a star. Okay, many more. Those soulmates and so forth and so on. So yeah, you be thinking about them. You're thinking about them causes a connection energetically or spiritually, a spiritual connection. When you cut them out of your life and you really don't want to have anything more to do with them and you don't feel for them, then it's the disconnect. You've detached. You're no longer energetically connected. You're going to be cutting that out and healing that from that once connection. But this person you want in your life. Okay, obviously Ten of Cups, right? Queen of Wands. Wow, wow, wow. You see her as being highly attractive, beautiful, alluring, sensual, sexual, but a go-getter, someone who loves to do things, adventurous, fun, exciting, devoted as well, and a protector. She's intelligent, and she's got a good head on her shoulders, business sense too. She's a lovely person inside and out, the type of woman with the beauty that she has that you'd see other men would likely desire her as well. But you definitely do. So what is the energy of the star here? Well, I didn't mean to. Well, I'm pulling it anyway. So the Nine of Pentacles. I'm sorry, guys. I'm laughing because I pulled that from the middle of the deck. I've been pulling from the top, right? It's just what happens. It's just meant to be. But this is the Nine of Pentacles. You're seeing her not only as a star and maybe highly recognized and revered in some way, shape, or form by her people or peers and followers if she's on a platform, social media platform, but you see her as being independent and doing quite well, M names. You see your person, your love interest is highly abundant, feeling good, doing well, living well, and quite independently. Whether she's in a connection with somebody or not, you don't know. So even if she was, she could still be quite independent, an independent, connected person with a soulmate or karmic, whatever. We got the Five of Cups. Okay, she is feeling left out. She's missing you. M names, she's missing you. She's looking at her failures here, but she's not able to see that the divine has put two cups, the Two of Cups, which is a soulmate partnership, whether in love or business, but this would be love, right? She's not seeing it. She's lamenting over the past, over the failures, right, that she's had to heal from and is healing from to become independent. She is missing you, though. Okay, M name, she's missing you. Back of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups, which means you're walking away to be with your Queen of Wands. You're walking away. Yeah. Okay, so I had to move a couple of things. The World, you put an end to one cycle so that you can begin a new chapter. You have evolved into the King of Pentacles, a man who is a king, not just a knight, but a king who has pretty much mastered and navigated the material world and is quite wealthy as a result. And the Page of Swords, which is somebody who wants to send a message to someone, which you would be sending a message to this star person here, your love interest, sending a message of truth and clarity that's been long time coming. And this also tells us that M names has been keeping an eye on his love interest from afar. Social media, probably, right? Through social media. Okay, so let's start clarifying the Death and the Seven of Pentacles energy, please. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit. Two of Swords. The Lovers. That's both decision-making cards. And the Nine of Wands, okay, with the Seven of Swords. Okay, so you were, sneaky and underhanded, kind of looking at the past, seeing what you could amass in wealth, and you were really quite focused, persevering towards that, to the point where, that was so much more on your mind, M names, than it was to be in a totally committed, loving, unconditional type of romantic relationship with the person you chose to be with. And you were with somebody, okay, that you've left. It could be this Queen of Wands, who is that means that you're in a long-term commitment, but not necessarily happily ever after, especially if Queen of Wands is in the reverse. She's the opposite of everything I said she was in the upright, or what this one would be in the upright. So we don't know exactly for sure yet, but let's find out. After I saw these cards here, I start thinking, this is what you've left behind. Is this not so happily ever after life with your Queen of Wands, who may be quite bitchy towards you, even verbally abusive and physically abusive, emotionally definitely manipulation, right? Just bullying you and being mean and uncaring. She didn't care if she has to knock you down in front of others or in privacy of your own home, but you're leaving that behind. You've ended that cycle, and you've evolved as a result of all this hardship here. You've evolved into a King of Pentacles, and you have some really good news to share with the world, with this one here. Okay, so back here now, the Seven of Swords was you were being sneaky and underhanded in your life, living with this one here, because she was probably like that in the same energy too. And you finally said, I have met somebody I see as being my divine counterpart, or divinely very strong soulmate connection that I chose against when I met her. But I wanted to choose her now. I'm making the decision not to suppress my feelings about her anymore. I'm not going to block her from being in my life anymore. I'm going to smarten up, in other words, right? I am putting that down, that kind of behavior, not wanting to see or know or anything. And because you've found your lover, you found who you want to be with, and this one here, this, because of what you did in the past with your sneaky, I put you in a position in my life where you were the other woman, and or in a third party, right? Because he was committed in a relationship, whether it was marriage or a long-term commitment. And so he continued with that commitment, which means he just dropped this one here, the star. But that's what you've been highly stressed out about in the Nine of Swords. Highly stressed out. This lover person is the past person that you want to reconnect with. That's the Six of Cups. That's your lover, is the Six of Cups to you. And it's stressing you out because you're not sure how if she would receive you again. So let's talk about the Four of Wands energy. Archangel, Holy Spirit, Four of Wands energy, please. Thank you. Seven of Cups. Options and confusion. Four of Swords, needing to rest from absolute exhaustion, too much going on in your head, too many worries, concerns. And the Four of Cups with the Tower. Wow. Okay, so the Four of Wands, just give me a second here. Wait a minute, that was there. This is here. Not that it really matters. Okay, so the Four of Wands is that you seen somebody who you felt really truly connected with, and that you could commit to. You really did meet your lover as somebody that you could really, you felt that, right? You felt it. You knew that it would be somebody that if you weren't married or in a long-term commitment with somebody else, you definitely could make a home with this person. All right. I'm not too sure if you were thinking about twin flames at the time. With being in the deceptive type of energy, you would maybe not even have known about twin flame, the concept of that, or understood it nonetheless. So you had a lot of balls up in the air, and one of them was your wife, maybe you have kids, your work, your life without this one in it, and then your life with this one in it. There's too much going on. You were too confused, and you were being not making a decision one way or the other for a while, but it became too much and you had to lay it down. You had to lay it down because otherwise you're going to start feeling brokenhearted, because maybe your wife would find out, your long-term partner would find out, and it would break her heart, or she would do whatever she would do to break your heart, kind of thing. And you were possibly feeling as though after having to lay it down, it meant you had to say goodbye to this one that you really did feel that connection with. And you rejected her love, the divinely inspired, coming out of the clouds, cup of love. You're looking at it, but you got all this going on, which is your wife and your kids and whatnot, your work, your whole life centered around this family unit that you have. So you disconnected by rejecting her love, and then that was it, right? Maybe you haven't been talking to her since then. But guess what? The Tower came in and blew you up. Blew up your life as a result of your rejecting this divine counterpart of yours. The lover who the divine is saying, Where's that cup of love here? The divine is saying this one's the one. Yes. Yes to this one. No to the other one that you went back to, or that you remained with. You did not necessarily not go. It's not like you left that one. You may have, but yes to this one, because look, she's a star. Nine of Pentacles. She's independent. She's emotionally matured. She's healed. Okay? She might be missing you, but she's healed. She doesn't need you. But she is missing you, so therefore she feels her heart is still have a little bit of a void in it that's calling out for you. So yes to this one, so the two of you can come back together and be one. No to the other one. But you did it the other way around, so then your wife might have found out about this one here that you were messing around with. And it's brought a bunch of turmoil into your life. You were turned upside down. Your solid and secure foundation that you felt at the time was starting to crumble, crack, and dissolve. So things were changing big time. Your life was changing. Now the Emperor card. What can we know about the Emperor energy here, Archangel Michael, for our M names? Three of Wands. That's moving. That's putting your you got a strategy, a plan in place that you've thought about and started putting things into action to move, to put your back, turn your back to the past and look only to the future, your future. King of Cups, as a King of Cups, with devoted, caring, and definitely true and devoted love there. With the Ace of Wands. The High Priestess. Wow, this is great, guys. Good for you. And the Sun. Oh my gosh, Ten of Swords. That's the betrayal. Possibly you betray, you feel like you betrayed her, the star, or your wife or long-term partner betrayed you. But in any case, this High Priestess is the wife to the Hierophant, right? And their counterparts, whatever. But Sun is having the light come in from the divine to reveal things for you, to set you on fire with desire and hope and faith and trust. This is the Ace of Wands, a divinely inspired new beginning, a new path in passion, right? Passionate pursuits, like not because of any sexual desire, even though you might have some for your star, but it's not about that anymore. It was in the past, but it's not that for you anymore. You have healed, remember? So you have moved up into closer than just being a husband or father, and I say that with love. You're more higher vibe, closer to star energy, closer to independence energy, right? Something there, you're healed. You're moving up the resonancy ladder, kind of, so to speak. You've got the divine revealing to you what it is you needed to know, and that it helped you find your heart, like to recognize that you do actually, in fact, love this person that you felt connected to back here. You love this person and you want to give her that cup of love now. You're not necessarily going to, the King of Cups is not necessarily an expressive type of person, especially with the High Priestess. You are, when you feel you're connected to the divine, and you love, you have all that there, but you're not necessarily saying anything. But you want to use that energy, that desirable energy, to push you forward on a new path as the cup of love, the King of Cups, enlightened, an enlightened King of Cups who's also more like Emperor energy. Let's talk about temperance now. That healing. You're thinking about healing. Pouring your cup into her cup. Healing the connection. Healing together because you're pouring into each other. Give and take, right? Knight of Cups, beautiful. The Moon, okay. And the Queen of Pentacles, right, with the Six of Pentacles, give and take. Okay, so Page of Pentacles, which could be representing your child. Oh yeah, look at this. And then the Ten of Pentacles, which in the reverse is divorce, with the Six of Pentacles dividing up your assets. Okay, and the Queen of Pentacles would be the one that you were committed to. Yeah. All right. Eight of Wands, you want to communicate this to your star here, that you truly love her. That's the Two of Cups right there. Yeah, great cards. So yeah, you're wanting to you're thinking about using your healing in a positive way to move towards your love interest with a devoted and sincere cup of love as the Knight of Cups. Sharing with her how you had been hiding your secrets about her, her emotions about her, because of the Queen of Pentacles, who was in your life as your wife, would have had a field day with it. If she had known that you had those kind of deep thoughts and feelings about the one from the past that you had an affair with while you were with her, she would have had a field day. And she would have just, Queen of Pentacles, she's already greedy, right? She's with you. There's not much love in the connection. It's more about what the two of you working together can amass for whatever, for anything you want in your life, your retirement together, many holidays, maybe relocating somewhere tropical or whatever. But this is dividing up the assets by divorcing this one here through the divorce proceedings. And this is representing that you have a child that you're going to have to tell. You're thinking about all of this, okay? And this is you divorcing. Ten of Pentacles in the upright is a long-term commitment. Well, when it's in the reverse, it's a break of that long-term commitment. It's coming to an end. So you're thinking about this, how either you are already in the process of doing this because you want to find calm and serenity and peace in your life. So you're thinking about all that, and you want to be able to move quickly towards your love interest once that's all been handled with this huge cup of divinely inspired and approved love. Because you would tell her, I do truly love you. It's you I love. Now the Ace of Cups, please. Because you're just thinking about it, names. Maybe it's happening and you're thinking about how this is all going to, that you're excited, thinking about how everything's going to be more peaceful and calm as you move and offer that cup of love to her as the Knight of Cups. And tell her that she hadn't heard from you, because if he had been communicating with her, then the Queen of Pentacles would have found out, maybe would use that against you in the courts when you're getting divorced. Possibly. She might have been betraying you along. We had the Ten of Swords showed up here. But in any case, we got the Seven of Wands. Some kind of finding courage to be able to battle off the naysayers and put up some healthy boundaries around you. To find that courage, there you go. King of Wands, because this King of Wands is taking action with loyalty and courage. Taking action, doing something. And this is the Nine of Swords. So you have that, there's the King of Swords. You have that concern, of course, that if you move it's towards her, how's she going to receive you? You don't know. It's uncertain to you. You don't know. So you're standing your ground, though. You're going to do it. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it with respect to these cards. You're going to pick up that wand and say, standing my ground, I'm going to do it. I don't know how it's going to turn out, and I hope it turns out the way I'd want it to turn out, but I don't know, and this is stressing me out, because if she does reject me, what will I do, right? Yeah, it's stressful, definitely, for sure. But King of Wands, right? You're going to do it. You're going to take that action because you're seeing that the divine is approving your reconnection with this one. You're going to move towards her not only in action, but in truth and clarity, honesty and transparency. You are also telling her here that you're taking action to end your marriage, because the King of Swords is also like a legal representative, like a lawyer or somebody, you know, goes to battle for you in the courts, like divorce court, whatever. So you're doing both. You're also, you know, being transparent with her, but also telling her that you're going to be putting an end to the past over here through divorce. So let's talk about the energy that she's in, the star energy. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. 3 of Swords. Wow. Queen of Cups. Okay, she's your Queen of Cups. She's a Queen of Cups. She's matured. She's beautiful, loving. Of course, she's healed, right? She's the Nine of Pentacles. She's also feels and expresses her love and caring and compassion towards others. She's intuitive, highly intuitive. She is missing you, but she is slowly moving away from the energy of you because she hasn't heard from you, and she's been feeling really, really burdened about it and brokenhearted that she can't bear this anymore. The divine says there's only 10. 10 is the highest burdens you could take on you have to let them go, or else it could kill you in different ways, right? Physically too, but probably not in her case. So she is a star. She is the Nine of Pentacles. She's a Queen of Cups, and she's slowly moving away from feeling brokenhearted over what transpired way back in the distant past. She's letting those burdens go. She's giving them to God. See this? She's made a final decision about that. See that red cross there? That's like help. Okay. You know, when there's like a tsunami or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like the Red Cross comes in to provide aid and assistance to those that are suffered a great loss. So let's talk. I want to talk about this. Who is this Queen of Wands first? This is who I want to see. I want to confirm if that's his wife, who's just nasty, or because there's this the Ten of Cups right here, or is it the Queen of Cups that he wants to he sees having as being somebody that he could have a Ten of Cups life happily ever after with, devoted, unconditional love. The Six of Swords. Okay, looks like somebody is moving away from. The 11, or Justice, yeah, okay. And the 7, or the 8 of Wands. Yeah, there's been a lot of conflict, which is the 5 of Wands, a lot of conflict and drama with this Queen of Wands. So that is the one that he's with. He was with, or is with, probably. And she's in reverse, and he wants to break that 10 of Cups because it's not that happily ever after all, right? He's moving away from rough waters to calmer waters to get away from her. See how he's chosen to walk away, right? And it's justice. It's balancing the scales between him and her, and you and him. The scales were not balanced because when justice shows up, that means there was an injustice at some point in time. And he's bringing balance back in with balancing the scales by making a choice to leave the one that is no longer for him. And he wants to move passionately towards his star here, the Queen of Cups. But at the same time, this relationship was all about that drama and conflict, that there was constant arguing back and forth. That could be the 8 of Wands energy. Constant arguing back and forth. 8 of Swords, yeah. Juggling. Okay. Now I know that that is his wife, who is also the Queen of Pentacles, likely in the reverse. Where is she? Where's the Queen of Pentacles? Yeah, right there. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, probably in the reverse. She may have been quite upright at the time, because, you know, we always show whoever we're interested in, what you think they would like to see in us, because you're attracted to them. You want them in your life. So you show your best side. Okay, so we're talking about the Three of Pentacles now. What's the energy of that, please? The Devil. Huh. The Five of Swords. Wow. And the Two of Cups with the Ten of Swords. Okay. Wow. So he met her. Possibly M names. You met her, not her. You met the one you were married to at work or through work or some kind of business, whatever, function, business, enterprising, you know, some kind of, you thought that you were building a really great foundation with this one, because you two were on the same page with about picking fruit, right? Picking fruit for your lives, to be able to feed your lives. But you soon found out at some point that she was doing things and was very toxic in her ways, in her behavior. She was self-sabotaging, you know, because she would do and say things that were just mean. You know, if you're in the reverse, it's either one. This one's greedy and this one's very bullyish and, you know, saying things that are very hurtful and painful. She self-sabotaged your connection, and she self-sabotaged your connection with your past here, this star one here. She sabotaged that because she's toxic. She cannot see you, the one that she's attached to, that she wants to be in a connection with. Maybe not, you know, not with the unconditional love as a foundation, but as a romance and, you know, the sex and the money. The sex and the money, right? Which is what he was about back in. But M names, which you were about back here. Sex and the money. So you two were perfectly yoked at the time when you first met. In fact, you met each other because you were of the same energy. Both toxic thinkers and behaviors acting on your world like that. Until the Queen of Cups came into your life, but you had to drop her because you were committed. And so in all of this, because she created such a contrast to how you remember being when you were with the Queen of Cups, it was such a contrast that it actually showed you that you are in love with somebody else, that there is someone else who is your Two of Cups. Remember the crying over spilt milk here, girl? There's those Two of Cups back here, that she's missing you. She's hoping that you would see this connection here. So yeah, it's this is about you waking up to the realization of the toxicity, the selfishness, the self-centeredness, the lies and manipulations, and the deception and hiding, whatever has been a huge part of your life with your Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands in the reverse. And that you were sabotaging your own happiness because you were with this person, and that you couldn't see not being with this person because it would create a lot of chaos and drama and you know, conflict in your life. You also have to divide up your assets, right? Maybe you being so pentacly focused that would really hurt you, to have to give half your coins to your assets, house and everything, to the one that, you know, you see as being very toxic and doesn't deserve you anymore. You have matured as the King of Pentacles. Now, you were equally yoked with your Queen of Pentacles over here at one time, but you're not anymore. You've grown, you're wiser, and you're closer to Emperor energy now, as also the King of Cups. These two energies are together awesome M names. Keep it up. Keep cutting out the things in your life that are not for your highest good. That would be my advice. Keep cutting it out. Keep your children as happy as they possibly can if you have some, but get rid of the excess in your life, which is nothing but toxicity, bad energy in your life that's keeping you from being able to realize a life of true love with your star, your Queen of Cups. Okay, do that. She's single, independent, whether she's with somebody else or not, we don't know, but either way, you need to find out. So M names, that's my advice. Please like and subscribe, and we will catch up with you. I hope this was helpful. We'll see you next month. Bye now.